Coming up right now, Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal, they're back together this weekend for When Harry Met Sally Super Bowl ad. I'll have what she said.
Also coming up with the big game this weekend, doctors warn of Fan-Xiety face. That's right, watching football could give you wrinkles.
A little bit later on, as players gear up for the game happening Sunday, Travis Kelce says he loves being the villain as fans turn against the Chiefs dynasty.
Daily Flash starts right now. Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English, and welcome everybody to Daily Flash. How are ya?
It's the big game edition.
It's a big game. We're getting ready. We're Bucks fans, so we're all geared up. Look at there. We got the TB12, of course. I'm very jealous, by the way.
My Super Bowl winner edition.
Oh, you got the fancy one.
Yeah.
You need to make sure your hair does not cover that. Very nice.
Nice. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the first time I'm staring at your chest and I'm allowed to.
Right? We got them all. We not only have Bucks fans, we also have some Peyton Manning fans. We got Matt Doolittle here.
My favorite player of all time.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great? And representing the Kansas City Chiefs, ladies and gentlemen, we got him right here.
Hey, if he breaks a nail, there's going to be penalties. Do not touch Patrick Mahomes.
Come over here. Our favorite player from the Kansas City Chiefs. Come on over. Tell everybody your name. Here we go.
I'm referee Alexander. Do not touch Patrick Mahomes. You will get a 30 to 50-yard penalty.
Boy, people,
don't even run past them. You're going to get a penalty.
That zipper on that shirt is holding on for dear life.
As long as we're in the game, the Chiefs will win. The Chiefs will win.
Apparently they don't do calisthenics at the ref thing. That's sweet baby James. We're going to have some fun today. We're getting ready for, now everybody's always freaking out. We're allowed to say Super Bowl, okay? You're allowed to say Super Bowl. You just can't put it in an ad.
Right.
Okay? That's the only deal about it. So we're going to say it all the time, and we're getting ready for the Super Bowl this weekend. Our team's not in it. That's okay.
No.
We had some great appearances.
We did.
I don't know. I'm not really that excited about this Super Bowl. But y'all, by applause, who's excited about the Super Bowl?
Yeah!
You
Let's go!
Taylor,
baby! Let's go!
It's an event, though. It's one of those
It's an
things where it's
event,
like,
sure.
I'm going to
Yeah.
watch even
I'm
if my
with you on
team's
that
not
one.
in it.
Who's your team, Taylor? Real loud.
I'm going for the Eagles.
Me too. I
Okay.
I think a lot of people are going for the Eagles
Yes.
because of the fact we're like, well, Chiefs.
Yeah.
We've already seen them there.
I don't want 30 more commercials with Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey in them anymore. I'm
I
done
agree
with
with
all.
you.
Every other commercial is one with them in it.
I gotta say, I like Taylor Swift, but I'm over the whole constantly looking at Taylor Swift and
think so,
Travis
too.
Kelce every time he scores a touchdown or he's in the game. It's just it's overkill.
We're going to talk a little bit more
Yeah.
about Travis coming up here, what he's
100%.
doing as well. And of course, it's all about the ads, right?
Yes, big focus of the Super Bowl, of course, is the ads. Leading up to the Super Bowl, Coors Light was getting ready to launch a brand new ad campaign. So they launched this ad campaign, but unfortunately they spelled refreshment wrong. Huge digital ad campaign, and it's spelled refreshment.
Refreshment, okay.
Yeah. So then Coors comes out and says, "Oh, sorry, our bad. Case of the Mondays." So now they renamed the beer Monday Light. Monday's Light.
Well,
yeah.
and you can get a
Yeah.
case
That's good.
That's smart.
of the Mondays.
Mondays.
See,
Look,
that's
yeah.
what beer does for us, folks. That's
That
great.
has to be the thing. They planned that from the very beginning.
Well, it's possible. I thought the same thing too, James. I'm like, is this intentional? Did they intentionally misspell it to create all of this publicity? Because that is a campaign
is
strategy.
interesting.
But anyway, that's it. They thought,
A case of the Mondays.
Case of the Mondays. So Mondays Light is the new moniker for Coors Light, temporary.
I think that's great marketing. No,
Yeah, I know,
purpose
right?
or not, but a case of the Mondays is perfect. Like, how do you cure it? You just get yourself a case
Case
of the Mondays. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, it is Super Bowl weekend, and let's be honest, a lot of us watch the Super Bowl because of the commercials.
Sure.
And this one already has given fans a lot to talk about. It's been 36 years since the famous deli scene from When Harry Met Sally first appeared on screen. Now, the two have reunited for a Super Bowl ad, and it features all four Hellman's Mayonnaise. The commercial brings Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan back to Kat's Deli. The classic line, "I'll have what she's having," was first uttered back in 1989. And who's delivering the iconic line this time? It's Sydney Sweeney. Believe it or not. You know, it was Rob Reiner's mom who actually said it in the diner.
Is that
She had a little cameo. In the 30-second ad, Meg Ryan's Sally becomes very enthusiastic about her turkey sandwich. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
After adding just a little bit of the mayo, Billy Crystal admits that Gen Z viewers might not get the reference. Crystal says that he's actually never understood why fans keep asking for a sequel for the 80s rom-com. I think because it's part of our growing up almost, hearing that Sally.
I think they might end up coming up with something.
I think they should.
A sequel. And I don't know. I have a feeling like younger generations get the reference because I feel like it's been through so many different variations throughout the years that people get it.
Well, we were just talking about Gone with the Wind is not really our generation, but what is the famous line we say about it? We all, frankly, my dear,
I don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn.
Right.
So, I mean, the iconic scenes are iconic scenes. Matt, do you know what we were talking about?
I definitely get it. But the thing is, Meg Ryan doesn't look like Meg Ryan anymore, so it's kind of tough to do a sequel.
Oh, that was Meg Ryan?
They have CG, you know.
CG can fix that.
Special effects.
Unspecial effects her.
She's not very special effects.
No.
All right, moving forward.
If you are planning on watching the big game this weekend, beware of some offensive lines. Rooting for your favorite football team could be wreaking havoc on your skin.
Really?
Leaving you with wrinkles that last long after the Super Bowl. A board-certified dermatologist is warning about the dangers of Fan-Xiety face. It can be a side effect of watching sports in general, but a survey by Neutrogena, believe it or not, found that 53% of Gen Zers feel more stressed watching football than any other sport. Emotions can run high during the game, which can, of course, increase your levels of cortisol. The stress hormone can then decrease collagen and cause it to break out. So what can you do? Take a breather. Try not to stress out.
Yeah.
Just,
It's just a game.
It's just a game.
Right? I can see that. So while you were talking, I was thinking, what other sport, like baseball is a fun sport, just to kind of relax. It takes forever to do it. Golf, same way.
Yeah.
Hockey, I think, can be very stressful because it's fast moving, but it's not high scoring.
That is
you know what I'm saying?
true.
And then soccer, I think, would be the same thing.
Basketball could be a little bit stressful because it's kind of a combination of everything, right?
Yeah. I guess basketball and football are probably the only one. But you're also talking about, like, when it comes to football, American football, you always people can get hurt and slow down, and then everything changes. But I guess basketball would be the same.
Yeah, and I think too, when you factor in the elements, the outdoor elements of football, depending on where it's played, you've got snow, you've got cold, you've got wind, you've got rain. You've got all of those things, as opposed to
never even thought about that.
Play in the mud.
You're playing in the mud. Like, it's so much different when you see James say it like that.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce has drawn attention, of course. I don't know who he's dating. You guys, anybody, have you heard?
Yes.
Anyway, NFL fans outside of Kansas City appear to be just over the tight end altogether. Really overexposure, if you think about it. Many have expressed concerns about the Chiefs getting favorable calls from the refs during several games leading up to the AFC Championship games. When brother Jason asked Kelce about being the villain during their podcast, again, overexposure, Travis said he actually thrives on it. They have a chance to become the first NFL team to achieve a three-peat when they take on the Eagles coming up on Sunday. Now, Kelce's girlfriend, I don't know, some chick, is expected to be in attendance, believe it or not, for the matchup, which is happening in New Orleans as well. Yes, of course, the NFL is going to have her there. She's going to be the queen of the ball, belle of the ball, if you will. I don't know. I'm kind of over it too. And you kind of want, I don't know how you guys feel, Matt, how you feel. That's why I'm just not that excited about this matchup again.
They're just oversaturated, the whole thing. And then the network, because it's on the network it's on, they're going to be like, oh, we got to show her this amount of times. Like, I'm wondering if there's a call sheet of like how many times we minimally have to show her.
Yeah.
Or how many Taylor Swift song references we can fit in.
Well, there was also some rumors that she may be performing at halftime too. Now, whether or not that is actually going to happen, it's hard to say, but that was a conversation Roger Goodell apparently had or supposedly had with her. Part of, I think, the whole Chiefs thing is kind of like the Patriots. Being a former Patriots fan, it's sort of like, you hate us because you ain't us, right? And they're they're an incredible team. They've got, they're very talented, but you get to a point where it's just like, okay, enough is enough. Can we have somebody else already?
And football especially, because you have, all these teams, everybody has their favorite team no matter what. And you have the teams like Cleveland, I feel I
know.
People that are Cleveland fans, God bless them. I want them to get in the Super Bowl.
Go Lions!
Yeah, and Detroit
Lions. Hey, Lions did well this year,
yes.
though, right?
I think people want to see somebody new. It would have been great to see the Detroit Lions, the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl. Anybody but the Eagles and the Chiefs.
The poor people of Buffalo need a championship.
And the Buffalo. Oh gosh,
I would have loved seeing Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo would have been.
All right, this is our big game edition of Daily Flash. We got Screen Chatter coming up. We got lots of fun. We got get ready for some foosball.
Super Bowl.
Look at that. Look at that. Stick around. You got today's trends, tomorrow's talking. You got Andrea Jackson. We got his football. We got all kinds of fun. Stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back to Daily Flash. It's time for us to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. In selected theaters is the romantic drama Marked Men, Rule and Shaw.
This is Shaw. Shaw and Rule, they grew up together.
He doesn't even know I exist. Besides, he's got like a million girls.
It's not like you like him or anything, right?
What kind of question is that, Aiden?
Oh my god. Oh my god, look at your face. You so like him.
No, nobody knows. No one knows, okay?
Rule Archer is a fiery-tempered tattoo artist who doesn't have time for a good girl pre-med student like Shaw Landon, even though she's the only one who can see who he truly is.
There's oftentimes a certain tone of acting within the romance genre. And because I had no sense of that, I think that it might have set me apart slightly and that I wasn't aware of what that tone was. So I just read things as I read them in any other script.
Marked Men, Rule and Shaw is a saccharine good girl can change the bad guy love story better suited for the Lifetime network. Again, it's in selected theaters and gets a C. It's rated R. Streaming on Paramount Plus is the superhero action comedy Henry Danger, the movie.
This is Henry Hart. In Swellview, you knew him as Kid Danger, fighting crime with Captain Man, Schwoz, and of course, his best friends.
Let's go!
But you already know this. Fast forward to here. A lot has changed since he was a sidekick. But now, Henry has to face his destiny.
Based on the Nickelodeon series, Henry Hart jumps dimensions and becomes a local hero in dystopia and fights the most powerful villains in the universe. I chatted with stars Glee Dango and Frankie Grande.
It was really, really cool to be on those street setups because it's like Glee will tell you too, like even the backdrop, like everything looks so real. It felt like I was on a Broadway set.
Did you guys have as much fun doing it as we had watching it?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so incredible to be filming for those 2 months. We were changing our outfits. We were going on different sets. We were in the woods. Then we were in shimmers. It was so much fun to really discover not just my character, but everyone else's character as I'm new. So I really got to meet everyone and overall just filming the whole thing. Oh my gosh, we definitely were a roller coaster, same way as you go through the movie.
Henry Danger, the movie, is a wonderfully energetic and feel-good superhero comedy, perfect for the family to watch on movie night. Again, it's streaming on Paramount Plus and gets a B. It's rated TV PG. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
The big game is drawing near, and lifestyle expert Joanne Butler is here with some big ideas to make your party a winner. Hi, Joanne. Where do we start?
Hi, thanks for having me. Well, everyone knows the best big game watch parties have one thing in common. That's good food, and that starts with some good guac. The best way to get that, hands down, avocados from Mexico. They just grow the best, most delicious. Now's their big season. Get this, about 250 million pounds of avocado are shipped to the U.S. in these weeks leading up to the kickoff. So that's enough to cover a football field worth 75 feet of guacamole. Just amazing. They're also doing some fun things. They've teamed up with the greatest tight end in football history, Rob Gronkowski, to create this avocados from Mexico guacamole dip. We gave it a go here. So amazing, so flavorful, just a really unique twist. Using, of course, fresh avocados from Mexico, a little shredded chicken, blue cheese, and buffalo sauce. So this will definitely help you score big at your big game watch parties. Super fun. They also have a whole bunch of great recipes on their website besides this at biggameguac.com. Now, another big game staple, pizza and ranch dressing. Hidden Valley Ranch is doing something cool, teaming up with Pizza Hut and another football legend Eli Manning to create the Hidden Valley Ranch signature pizza delivered by Pizza Hut, all to celebrate the launch of their new Easy Squeeze Hidden Valley Ranch bottle here. And they've created this unexpected collectible, a crave-worthy Pizza Hut pepperoni pizza autographed by Eli Manning himself, using the precision and control of this new Easy Squeeze bottle, which, by the way, will be authenticated and preserved in resin for all of eternity. So fans can enter for a chance to win it via social till kickoff on February 9th. Just amazing. And 10 runners up will also have a chance to get a year's supply of Hidden Valley Ranch and Pizza Hut pizza to create their own signature moments like we did over here. Just head on over to hvrssignaturepizza.com to learn more about this. And there you have it, Big Game Eats.
Time to do a little football trivia. We thought we'd bring in an expert. We got an Eagles fan here with us, which we'll be talking more, making some great sandwiches, some badass sandwiches. All right, well, I'm going to throw up some trivia questions. You ready for them? Is everybody ready for them? Here we go. What is the average number of footballs used in a Super Bowl game? Jackson?
12.
12? What say you?
15.
15. Believe it or not, 120 different footballs are used in a Super Bowl game. How much does the Lombardi Trophy actually weigh?
50 pounds.
50? 50?
I said about 60.
60?
Yes.
Believe it or not, it's only 7 pounds. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
I was thinking the exact same thing. I thought things were like really heavy. They make it easier. All right, here's our next one. What jeweler makes the Lombardi Trophy?
Tiffany's.
Tiffany? Okay. What is
David Yurman?
All right. I'm going to give it to you. It's Tiffany and Company.
Tiffany
and Company is really upset that you didn't mention them, but you're absolutely right. This one's great. Who was the first singer to perform a Super Bowl halftime show?
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner?
Rolling Stones?
You're going to laugh at this.
Rolling Stones, maybe?
It was Carol Channing. Hello, darling. She performed the first halftime show. We are going into the kitchen. You're going to make us some great badass sandwich.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash and our special Super Bowl episode.
Indeed, and what better way to enjoy the game than with food? And that's why we invited the owner and chef of Badass Sandwich and Badass Burgers to the show.
Let's welcome John Collazo. John, welcome.
How are you?
Thank you for having me, guys.
I love it.
Having me, guys. I appreciate you.
It's a big food day.
Yes, it is.
For whenever Super Bowl Sunday comes
Yes.
along. I mean, you got to have the right food. But
Absolutely.
you're also thinking that this great little idea, especially, it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to be able to do it. Tell us a little bit about that, and we'll talk about your business in just a second.
So I figure, create something where it's on a budget, Sure. You can take a piece of pork butt, put it in a crock pot, set it and forget it, and you can make different variations, different flavors with the same meat. You can have different sauces, different toppings, different cheeses, and then we figure sliders. Everybody likes a slider. Instead of just doing a big sandwich, you can make different flavors. It's like almost like a little buffet, if you will.
I agree with you, John. And I think a lot of people, you go back and forth through the kitchen all the time throughout the game. So the sliders are a great idea. But not only that is the fact you almost kind of like have a spread set up, but you don't have to make a big spread because you can make a great little
perfect
little
party
sandwich.
food.
Exactly.
Perfect, right?
Exactly. So it's finger food. You can have a beer. You can have your cocktail. as you're having like a 1 or 2 bite sandwich. You know, it's
So
pretty
let's
simple.
get to it. What are we making?
So, you know what we have here? We're gonna, let's say, I mean, even me, I'm trying to create something right now. We have a jerk mayo here that I recreated a badass sandwich. You put a little bit of that in there. You know, you can take your pick. You know,
Can I try some?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Have at it. Make your own guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Have at it. You know,
I love me some barbecue sauce. Your cheeses, what cheeses do you
So
spread?
right now we're using, in this one, we're using Havarti. On yours, I'm going to put a little bit of Gouda.
Okay.
You know, it's pretty simple. Okay. You can take a little bit of the pork at this point. You know, you put it in there. And this pork cooked about 16 hours, by the way.
What all do you put in the pork, John?
So on the pork, we actually do like a Spanish style adobo, if you will. So it has a lot of garlic, pepper,
it smells wonderful.
oregano. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that, you know.
And by the way, I noticed you're wearing green. Is that any a preference of who's going to win the game?
Well, I am a Philly boy,
All right.
so I'm rooting for the Eagles this time, you know?
You got to be a Philly boy if you're going to make sandwiches.
That's where I started my career. So on this one, you know what? Let's put some pickles. We can take some bacon. You know what? Let's get creative with this one. You know, we got sweet plantains here. We smash them down a little bit. Put that on that one for you.
Wow.
Okay. We can take a little bit of fresh made pickled jalapenos or jalapenos, what people can see. Some people call it jalapenos. You know what I mean? And then you can even take a little bit of these crispy onions right here.
Oh my goodness.
You know, so you can create different variations in that. You see, that's about 2 to 3 bite sandwich, right?
Absolutely.
You know, you create another one where,
Easily.
let's say this is a Creole mustard mayo that we created as well. You know,
I want to talk a little bit about some of these sauces
Absolutely.
here. Do you start off with like getting you some mayonnaise and throwing in like your favorite spices and that
yeah,
sort of
good
thing?
question.
Because, you know, I mean, what's great about this is that, you know, I like barbecue. You know,
Yes.
Jackson might like, you know, just a mayonnaise
Yeah,
base.
we got
Is there a
green
way that we
chili.
can make these sauces at our house easily?
Absolutely, absolutely. Send us an email and I'll be more than happy to
Oh,
share
okay,
the
there you
recipe.
go.
Oh, wow.
You know, so here we go. We got like our Cuban kind of like version of it with a little bit
Yeah.
of, you know, and
plantains,
mayo, a
there
little
we go.
bit like
All right.
island flavor. We got this one. You know what? Let's top this one with a little bit more barbecue, if you
yeah.
will. And we thought he wasn't going to give us issues, but you know
I was
what,
messing
guys?
around.
We do real cooking here.
All right,
you know?
so as you are putting this together, tell us a little bit about
Absolutely.
your name, Badass. Why Badass for your
a great
business?
name.
And
So
it is, right?
It started as a joke. You know, my friends always told me, you should open a restaurant and call it Badass because everything that I saw, oh, that's a badass car, that's a badass house, that's badass. So I was like, sure. And ended up being, to be honest with you, I was looking for a job and I couldn't find a job anywhere. Okay. And we created a little food truck back in 2014, you know, and we got blessed that we ended up opening a brick and mortar in the Mill District in Orlando. And then we opened another one in Fairbanks Avenue. And we also just opened a burger joint 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I figured the name is funny. You know, and
It's catchy.
It is pretty catchy,
Yeah.
and people can relate. You know, it's a fun food. You know, we're blessed that people when they come to Badass, they're having a bad day, and they come in and they leave with a smile.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's great.
So look at that.
We're going to talk about the. You got a name for this one? This one's got barbecue sauce, got some pulled pork.
I
We
think
got
that's
some
the
onions.
Mitch special.
The Mitch.
That one is like a
How about-
there you go.
This is the Badass Mitchin sandwich. like? Am I like?
Yes,
Am I like?
I like it. I like it.
All right.
You know,
Which one are you going to go
we're
at?
gonna put a little stick
I'm
in
gonna have
here.
Matt come in and taste test for me. He's gonna be my backup quarterback.
Yes, there you go. All right,
He's gonna be
playing
my
second
backup
string, if you will. I know you're
taste
not
tester.
feeling.
John, let me ask you
definitely
this: How important was starting off with a food truck to the success of your business?
Well, to us, it was more like how many people we can impact and we can get, you know, along our journey, you know? So it wasn't about food anymore. It was more about nurturing people, bringing smiles. You know, it's pretty hard out there, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are just having a tough time. Hey, let me go to Badass just because it's a funny name.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And then they end up liking it. And we have customers that have been eating our food for 10 years now, guys.
That's terrific.
So to me, again, it's a blessing to do that.
It is
you know?
wonderful. This is
Yes.
delicious.
So
Really,
great.
really good stuff.
Thank you so much,
for more
guys.
information on Badass Sandwiches, head to our website,
Actually, you know what, we're gonna use actually this one.
dailyflashshow.com, and we'll share some recipes with you. Stay with us. The Scene with Doreen coming up next.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. Dude, that 6 minutes went by flying.
everybody. I am Mitch English.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment. It's our special football edition.
Yeah, getting ready for the big game this weekend. And it is a part of Americana, if you think about it. I'm not real excited about the teams in there because we've already seen them. And I think that's what we want from our Super Bowl, is a new experience, you know? And, again, not a whole lot of change. I think a lot of people that are rooting for the Eagles are rooting for the Eagles because they don't want...
they're rooting against the Chiefs.
Chiefs, there you go.
Right.
And of course, the officials.
And I think anyone who's rooting for the Chiefs, obviously a hardcore Chiefs fan, but they could be rooting against the Eagles fans.
Yeah, true. Now, let me tell you, Eagles fans are the most brutal. I was watching...
They are tough, man.
No, you don't wear an opposing jersey to one of those games.
Did you
Not
see that?
at all.
The video of the Commanders fans trying to go to an Eagles game and they were ripping hats off, and I was like, wow.
I saw this one. This guy, he's a Phillies fan, and the guy was wearing, I can't remember what he was wearing, but he was standing near a puddle of water. So he pulls up and he goes, "Hey, dude," and the guy comes out, "Yeah, what do you want, man? What do you want?" He goes, "Hey, man, I need you to move out of the way. I'm going to splash that Bills fan over there." He's like, go Birds, and then left. And the guy sat there and waited, and some other lady came by, and he waited until the lady went into the store so he can run up his car and splash water on this.
In Philadelphia, they grease up the light posts so people can't crawl up, climb up them because they're that crazy.
And didn't you tell me somebody wound up doing it anyway?
Yes,
somebody
and it did
it
not end up. He passed away.
Yeah, he fell on his head.
So that's why they grease them up, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter who's, you want to get to the Super Bowl, and you want to get to the Super Bowl because you want to get paid. Every player on the winning Super Bowl team, $171,000 is what they get.
Wow, nice.
Some get even more. Saquon Barkley, for example, is going to get $500,000 from his team if they win the Super Bowl. He already has earned $1 million in incentives this season, including $250,000 for winning the NFC Championship. Jalen Hurts, who I like personally as a human, I like this guy. He's really, really cool. He's going to earn, if the Eagles win, he gets $500,000 a year bump in his pay every year after that.
Nice.
And of course, if Patrick Mahomes, he just has so much money. If they win again, it makes it a three-peat, he'll get $1.5 million salary bump. Meaning every year afterwards he'll get
That's on their salary. Plus, you got to remember the incentives coming from their sponsors. So like he's got Adidas and Allstate and all those other ones or State Farm. Rather.
Now, if you lose, you still get paid $96,000 for just showing up, plus a ring if you win the game too. Keep that in mind. That's actually up from $89,000 a year. So everybody gets paid.
Well, Patrick Mahomes, we should mention, super nice guy.
I like him too.
He is lovely. Let's talk about how ridiculous the rings have gotten.
They open up.
I mean, they've got like an ice skating rink and a field, and I mean, pretty soon we're gonna have digital animatronics in there.
No, you're probably right.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
But they're cool.
They are cool, but I mean, really.
When I was up in Green Bay, I got to wear a Super Bowl ring.
Did you really?
It was the guy was like in accounting. Apparently, everybody on the team gets one.
My cousin's got one from the Warriors.
So I got to wear
front office. Yeah.
So I've worn a Super Bowl ring. It was worn by one of the accountants, or he worked in the back office. And also, can I tell you this too? This is when Brett Favre was playing. They took us into their brand new locker room, and I was doing some stories for Daily Buzz. And apparently, I got gum on my foot somewhere, and I sat down and I did my stand up here, and I got up and I saw this big old long thing. I was like, oh my god! And I was like, do I tell somebody? And I felt like I should have. I go, hey, look, I don't know what happened, but I saw some gum over there. I'm pretty sure that I'm the one that brought it there. So anyway, they have a pretty cool locker room up there.
If you get a Super Bowl ring though, or a championship ring like that, I'm never not wearing it. Like I'm wearing it all the time.
Can you imagine if Tom Brady did that? He'd just be walking around
looking like Thanos.
Thanos, with all those. So we want to know. Of course, this weekend, we would love to hear from you. We get emails even from our house as well. So say, who should win the Super Bowl? We would love to hear. You can go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, to sound off to find out your thoughts on the Super Bowl.
Best commercial. Let us know.
Best commercial. There you go.
Or favorite football foods you like to serve during your party.
I like that. Yeah. Great idea. What do you?
I like that. Guacamole.
Guacamole?
Chips, of course.
Yeah, salsa like that. Hey, we're going to have some fun. Stick around. You're watching Daily Flash. Everybody, it's time for us to get on the scene with Doreen. This week, Doreen is actually chatting it up with Buffalo Bills quarterback Jim Kelly.
Today on this very special Super Bowl themed episode of The Scene with Doreen, I sit down with legendary Buffalo Bills quarterback Jim Kelly. We talk about his iconic career and winning the greatest battle of his life. Check it out.
First and goal, Kelly. Touchdown, Reed, another one for Andre Reed. And Kansas City's wound grows bigger.
That was from October 30th, 1994, and you trounced the Kansas City Chiefs. You, Andre Reed completions. Felt so good to hear that the Kansas City Chiefs were just, their wound was getting a little deeper.
That's good. Remember those days when we used to beat the Chiefs, and we beat them, but we just haven't beat them in the playoffs. That's one of the most important parts.
Well, it's tough because you got to beat the team, but lately, I mean, we could go off on this topic forever, but you got to beat the refs too.
There's always next year. I'm sure every Buffalo Bill fan, all the mafia, everybody's getting tired of hearing that. Start all over again. That's what you got to do.
You understand that almost better than anyone on this planet. You get that.
At least we got there. That's the thing. I think this team, if they get a couple more players on, I think Josh is going to lead them. He's the most amazing quarterback I've seen in a long, long time. Josh does what you have to do, but the thing is, when you don't get that big game and see what it's like, it's tough to swallow, and I'm sure everybody's still hurting from it. But you know what? I've been through so much of my life that I just, I know what I've done. I know what happened. Move on.
Great thing about Jim Kelly, he was a trigger man of a complex offense and could do it all himself.
I watched you all my life growing up. I'm born and raised in Western New Yorker. You were my hero, and I watched all of the games, every single game. I even had a little stuffed Jim Kelly doll.
That's the thing, when you're in that position where you can take your team to the Super Bowl, when it doesn't happen, you hurt. You hurt for not only your teammates, but the city. Because a lot of times you say, where are you from? Oh, I live in Buffalo. Why do you live there? It's so cold. You know what? The people are the most amazing people ever.
And you fit that city. I know you were born and raised in Pittsburgh, but honestly, you are now an adopted son of Buffalo. I mean, you are a Buffalonian.
Well, I've been here almost 40 years.
Yeah.
I mean, 1986. It's close to 40 years, and it's amazing. You saying you live in Philadelphia now. Boy, am I pulling for the Eagles this week.
Oh, I was going to ask you. I really was going to.
No.
I imagine you, I think the whole country, honestly, at this point, is pulling.
Hall of Fame quarterback and Buffalo Bills legend Jim Kelly is marking 10 years this month since his final radiation treatment that quite literally saved his life.
You were no doubt a Superman on the field, but your true superhero power is how you fought cancer, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times you overcame what doctors said was incurable.
It was, something you never think it's going to happen to you. They diagnosed me with squamous cell carcinoma, as cancer of the jaw. Mm-hmm. I'm still here, and even though I went through my 4th battle with cancer just a couple years ago, they removed part of my nostril and a big chunk out of my chin. But you know what? I'm cancer-free now. My motto, Doreen, is I might have lost 4 Super Bowls, but I kicked cancer's butt 4 times.
You go out and talk about it now. You're a motivational speaker, and you're sharing this so that other people can learn from everything you had to go through.
I've been very blessed to be able to do that and have, people out there, and I travel the country, and my motto now, and I tell people, is make a difference today for someone who's fighting for their tomorrow.
JimKelly.com to learn all about all the ways that Jim is giving back.
Doreen, you take care of yourself. God bless you.
You too.
Go Bills!
And if you want to hear more of our inspirational talk, you can visit right here. I'm Doreen Taylor with The Scene with Doreen here at the Daily Flash each week. See you next time.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson. Yep, the biggest football game of the year. Well, it's almost here. And if you're gearing up for the ultimate watch party, you are in for a treat. We got NFL legend Merrill Hoge. He's with us today, and he's got some tips on how to make your celebration unforgettable.
Well, hey, thanks for having me. Well, if we're going to start somewhere, we got to see the game. So let's start with the LG OLED Evo G4 Super Bowl in your living room. Right there, 8.3 million self-lit pixels, luminous colors, powered by Brightness Boost Max technology, available in a 55-inch and 97-inch That bad boy right there is 65. Incredible. Dolby Atmos sound, great Super Bowl experience. And then you got to have snacks. Got to start everything off with the big game. Farm Rich, #1 best-selling mozzarella stick, jalapeno peppers, spinach, artichoke dip bites, and even more. Football fans can visit farmrich.com to score deals on frozen items. And in this game, if any team throws a pick six, Farm Rich fans will have a chance to win their pick six box. This right here, 6 free product coupons and limited edition merchandise. Visit @FarmRichSnacks for details. Now, we got to have something to drink. So Pinter is an innovative all-in-one brew and draft machine. It's the first in the world to craft 12 pints of freshly made beer or cider at home in 7 days. Right here, you mix ingredients right here with water, you leave to brew, refrigerate, and enjoy. Only $49 at pinter.com/game. And you get 2 free Pinter packs, a free tasting glass, and free shipping when you subscribe. So do that today. Lastly, easy to use Cricut Joy Extra. Okay, it made this. I could leave it like that, but you up to 50 plus materials, vinyl, cardstock, iron-ons. It's only 12 inches, so small, doesn't take up a bunch of space, but Cricut Joy Extra prepares you for the game because it can make koozies, crafting customized logos, player names, spirit banners, stuff like this. When you're done, you become the MVP of the big game. And lastly, just to give you all of those websites again, LG.com, FarmRich.com, Pinter.com/game, and Cricut.com.
With the big game on Sunday, it's time to make sure you are ready for game day. Here's Hannah Ann Sluss. She's the winner of The Bachelor Season 24 with tips on how to create the perfect party. Hi, Hannah.
Well, thank you for having me. When it comes to being an expert host, I like to focus on 3 things, which is affordability, convenience, and quality. And Subway has your back on that. So during playoffs and leading up to the big game, we have loved ordering our Subway platters. Our current favorite is the Subway series, which has the Beast and then also Home Run Ham. Those are our 2 favorites, but you're able to choose from 5 different chef-crafted sandwiches. So this is a huge spread. So to break it down to you guys, this platter up here is the easy order platter, which actually comes in a box, but if you're feeling a little bit more festive, you can place it on a party serving platter. Over here, you have your toppings bar. A lot of the content I do, I love incorporating some sort of toppings bar when it comes to a gathering. Everyone's able to customize it. It's cute, it's aesthetic. I love just the convenience, how I'm able to have it delivered or pick it up to my house, and then I can focus really on the football decorations. So Subway has perfect sweet snacks. So over here you have your foot-long cookie. You also have, this is new, this is their Oreo cookie, which is so delicious. I love adding this with some ice cream and then some sprinkles of your favorite team's colors. Also, of course, you have your cookie boxes as well. It's as easy as it sounds. You're going to either download the Subway app or you're going to go to subway.com. You're going to click on catering and groups. You're going to order whatever you want. We recommend leading up to the big game. This is really popular to do. Order about 48 hours in advance. You can have it delivered or you can pick it up.
Well, there's a new survey out. It's by Adobe, and it reveals that nearly 70% of Americans sign contracts without knowing what's actually inside. Now a new AI program can actually do all the hard work for you. Here's digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong with more. Mario, you got to tell me, how does this work, man?
Hi, thanks for having me on the Daily Flash, and I'm excited to be working with Adobe on this announcement. So how this works is contract intelligence in AI Assistant really simplifies contracts. It can give you a quick overview, answer your questions, simplify all those tricky legal terms that we don't understand. And you can also compare different versions of contracts and spot important details, which is going to save you time and potential surprises. I also like that it includes citations that you can click to then verify those responses or dig in to read more. It's kind of like having a personal assistant to help you understand and simplify your everyday contracts.
I love that, Mario. Let's talk about who actually can benefit from actually using this.
Honestly, just about anyone. I mean, look, you mentioned it at the top. Nearly 70% of people sign contracts without fully understanding them, and most are caught off guard by the terms after they signed. I'm guilty of that too. So the new capabilities are perfect for people who want to save time, but also feel more confident about what they're actually signing. Now, look, this won't replace an attorney, but it is perfect for everyday things. For example, we're at the top of the new year. A lot of people are signing up for gym memberships, or maybe they're signing up for a new cell phone plan. And these kinds of agreements are long and complicated. So with the new contract intelligence, you can quickly spot those hard to find details. Things like initiation and cancellation fees, renewal terms. You can easily compare contracts from different gyms and wireless carriers to figure out which one is best for you and your family. I love that. Let's say you're buying a car. You could compare financing contracts from different dealerships and look out for extra charges like warranties or service add-ons. And even for big commitments like a mortgage or loan agreement, you could clarify those interest rates, payment schedules, penalties, helping you avoid surprises. And I just really like the one-click summaries and those easy comparisons, especially when you're reading those long agreements.
That's interesting. Well, how does Adobe actually ensure the security, even the privacy of customers' data?
Yeah, well, security and privacy are non-negotiable for Adobe. I mean, your data stays fully protected and is never used to train their AI models. So with that trust built in, you can feel confident, use contract intelligence and AI assistant, knowing your information is going to be safe.
Mario, you always have great stuff. This is one of them. How can folks get started?
Just for more information, just head over to the website. Just visit adobe.com/acrobat.
Thank you, Mario. We'll have more details on our website, dailyflashshow.com.
Hey, Mitchie.
Hey, Jackson.
Yeah, I want to talk about that big story coming out of Hollywood.
Hold on. Wait. I want to get Matt in on this call, all right? Hold on. Hey, what's up, Mitch and Dias? Matty! Mitchie. Mateus. Mitch, my man. Matty of Berkshire. What's going on? Hey, AJ wants us to talk about a big story that's happening.
This
kid, the Kiki, says hi. He has his own Instagram.
That's great, Matt, but I really want to talk about this big story coming out of Hollywood.
Ooh, dog and cat, it's on! You should check it out.
Why does he still have a dial-up modem?
Hey, I gotta get back to wrestling stuff. It's on the music!
You know what? Maybe we should just try this later.
Okay, alright. Peace and love.
Daily Flash.
Where are you?
It's just better when you're part of the conversation. Join us online.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Daily Flash. Before we head into the weekend, we always give you our picks for Stream for the Weekends, where we tell you something you got to check out on your own streaming services. But since it's the big game this weekend, these are all going to be football picks. Jackson, what do you got?
Okay, my pick for this weekend is 80 for Brady.
Oh, yeah.
Game's about to start. Oh, there's Tom. Oh, what a beautiful man.
I like Gronkowski. We know, Trish. We've all read your Gronk erotica.
It's not erotica. It's fan fiction. Very sexy fan fiction.
I love it. It's super fun. Based on a true story, a group of ladies who absolutely love Tom Brady, and they find some inspiration to get tickets to go watch the game in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
It's a great concept. Well, my pick isn't the new one, but it's the original Longest Yard starring my spirit animal, Mr. Burt Leon Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, the electricity that turns on the most outrageous team in football. The Mean Machine, supercharged and power-driven to the longest yard. Burt Reynolds, the quarterback who will tackle anything.
Driver's license. Yeah, look what we got here. Miniature cop.
It's the most Burt Reynolds ever was. You can catch it on Paramount Plus. I love that movie. I love that
It's
version.
a great movie, yeah. And of course, Adam Sandler redid it.
With Burt in it.
With Burt in it, which was awesome. And Eddie Albert was also in the original, too. That's a great pick. I'm glad you choose that one. Mine is an Adam Sandler one, believe it or not. It's a great football movie. Well, it involves some high-quality H2O.
Gatorade. H2O.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks.
No, it's not
it really, really sucks.
You don't mean that. You're bad people.
You can check out, of course, The Water Boy, starring Adam Sandler, Henry Winkler, and Kathy Bates. It's on Disney Plus right now. My favorite line out of the whole thing is they're at the dinner table, they're eating the snake, and he goes, "Now, what part of the snake am I eating?" She goes, "Well, I think it's the elbow." So many great lines.
Such a quotable movie.
Yeah,
Such a quotable movie.
You can do it.
Foosball.
Foosball. Play the foosball. Anyway, great stuff. Everybody have a safe Super Bowl weekend. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you when we look at you.
Be good, everybody.
Go Eagles.